Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to do a little questions and answers, but the questions I've got are all randomly generated online. And because this video was kind of put together last minute, but I'm just going to read out questions, answer them, and we're going to be driving a nice little journey on Euro Truck. Because I figured I want to bring some new games, couldn't quite decide what I wanted to play, and then I figured, what's a nice relaxing game? Euro Truck. So that's what we're going to be playing. And if you want to see more of this type of content, let me know and I'm happy to do it. But that's a little bit different from what we usually do. But I mean, it's a nice change. Right, so the first question I've got is what line from a song has had the biggest impact on me? Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know a specific line of a song, but the song that has had probably the biggest impact is a song called Shatter Me. I can't remember who done it, but very good song, enjoy it a lot. It's one that I play whenever I'm like feeling down, which is why that song kind of rises me up a bit. So I find that that's probably a song that's had the biggest impact on me. There might be others, but I honestly can't say off the top of my head, to be honest. But yeah, that song has always done me very nice. Right, next question. Let's stop the light so I don't actually. We're gonna try and keep to the rules as well. How much money would you need in your bank to feel comfortable to retire today? Now that's a tough one, because I'm gonna be honest, I've got no idea how much you would actually need. I'm gonna assume it was to retire comfortably, like not to worry about it, over a meal, because I don't know how much like life is gonna be expensive, especially when you get older as well. Like if I say like 500 grand, that would probably do for a little bit now, but in 10 years, it could be done in a year. So who knows? I would say at least a couple mil. I don't know, sure that bit oopsie. Ooh, what have you recently realised you have been doing wrong? Well, that's going to take a bit of a think. Starts going over the line is not good. Things I've been doing wrong. Ooh, it's quite tough. What have I been doing that I've realised as well? Because I could be probably doing stuff wrong all the time. I don't actually know when I meant to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually quite a tough one. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, because if I'm doing something wrong, I'm probably still doing it. I realise I'm doing something wrong. I don't think so. We might come back. I'll have a think of it when we look at ours on this drive just if you knew you could live forever, how would you spend your days differently? That's a tough one. Forever. That's a long time. I mean, I probably would do less than what I do now, because there's no, like, you're not gonna not be able to do stuff, I guess. And there's some things, if it's like people related or something, then obviously, but like, you wouldn't have to prioritise stuff so much because you got all the time in the world literally for it. I think would be, I don't think I would enjoy it, but it wouldn't be a bad thing as such. Because I feel like you would have to say goodbye to a lot of people and things, which would probably suck. Kind of like being unable to die, really. What's next? I'm trying to read and not crack. Let's talk. I'm gonna do it at the top. It's a good thing about tolls, I guess. Yeah, we'll follow this truck. That's not one you stop at. Okay. This one is also quite a bit. What's the strangest situation I've ever found myself in? I think of a strange situation. I mean, it's been situations, but what's strange? It's probably something that happened when I was in school or whatever, because there's a lot of strange stuff that I can't think of anything specific as such. Ooh, this is a fun question. What part of your body currently doesn't feel 100%? Now that is very easy for me to answer. Because as some of you guys might know, I have a condition called fibromyalgia, which basically gives you full body pain most of the time. So which part of my body doesn't feel 100%? Most of it is the easy answer for that. But, I mean, live and learn, I guess. Does your family have any weird traditions? Ooh, I'm gonna say probably not. My family's I mean, it's traditions, but not really as such. There's some weird things actually, but traditions, not so. Probably it's weird that we don't have anything. So that's a pretty weird thing. Well, let me find some more questions, because I was hoping to give me more questions. There we go. What food did you used to like, but don't anymore? Ooh. I'm gonna... Thing is, I've kind of been the opposite of that, because when I grew up, I used to hate everything. Nowadays, though, if it's there, I'll eat it. It don't really matter what it is. Is anything oh, I've crashed. Is there anything I used to like that I don't now? I'm gonna say probably not, because I eat most things nowadays. Ooh, what about you do you seem to get the most comments about? I'm gonna assume this is real life and online, but we'll go real life. On real life, the main things I get comments about is typically my height, because I am, in an easy way to put it, short. Like, not even like little like 5'8", 5'9", I'm like 5'2" on a good day. So like, that's what most people are gonna comment about saying about me. Height is number one, probably. Which I'm alright with, to be fair, I can't have issue with it. But that's the main thing people comment about. I don't think there's much else really, mainly height. What is something you predict will exist in 10 years that doesn't today? Now that's a, if I think, what would exist in 10 years that doesn't today? Probably some weird tech thing in there, like, because tech's going rapidly. And who knows where that's going to go. I'm going to hope some form of medical improvement or something where you can, like, really fully download your conscience to a computer or some shit. Not sure that'd be 10 years, but future, probably. Yeah, that's a bit of a tough question. Ooh, what's your biggest first world problem? I'm going to assume that means a problem that is not so much a problem, but you make it, yes, or something like that. So I guess like a spoiled problem, we'll call it. Now, what would be my biggest first world problem? I'm actually trying. Ooh. I'm gonna say mine because it gets on my nerves. But how slow my internet can be at times. Like, it's not really a problem, but it's sometimes slow. And I don't mind it as such, but it's always when I'm trying to use it, it just crashes, goes slow, or I have issues with it. It really annoys me. I should really just improve the internet. Yeah. Because it used to be a lot worse. I did get an improvement, but it's still not enough, really. Ooh, what were you most afraid of when you were younger? Do you still have that fear? And the thing I was most afraid of when I was younger was, what was it? I'm trying to think. It's a kind of a toss-up between moths, which are still up there, that's one of my most afraid things, or like deep ocean. I'm gonna say deep ocean probably still up there. So moths are, but moths I can't tolerate because I know they can't hurt me. Whereas deep in the ocean, I shit myself. So I think I'm gonna go for deep in the ocean still. But I mean, it is terrifying. But just looking down, seeing nothing, I'm good. It's not for me. Let me try and find questions. I'm trying to do this without crashing as well. No, that's a bit of a weird question. I'm trying to read these Android. It's very difficult, especially when I'm a bit stirred. Is there anything that most people find cute that creeps you out? Something that people find cute that creeps me out, eh? That's a bit of a, I'd say I'm pretty more the opposite. So I find things cute that creep out other people. Like spiders, and a lot of people are terrified of them. Me, I think they're cute, they're nice. Got no issue with them. Anything the other way, though? That's actually a bit of I mean, only close to my boys like babies can be quite creepy, which I know a lot of people think are cute. But I don't know, depends on the baby, I guess, but I find I get more creeped out by them because I can't tell what they're thinking. I can't there's a little human in it, it's kind of weird. That's the closest thing I've got, I guess. Let's find some more questions. There's that top come up, perfect. Yeah, we'll see next time we find some questions in. Let's try not to crash into them. Ooh, this could be interesting. What's the story behind why you replaced the last phone you had? Well, I've got some fun. To be fair, most of my phones have lasted a while, but the ones that haven't have often been me being stupid with it. It's like one of my old phones I got like 5-6 years ago, or whatever. Was going down the stairs, had it in my hand, was on the banister, kind of over the banister with my hand on it. And for starters, don't ever do that because there's a high chance you'll break your screen if you put too much pressure on it, which isn't good. But that wasn't the thing that broke my phone though. The thing that broke my phone was that as I was going down the stairs with my hand on the banister, it slipped and went straight down, and it was like it was in like the tower block of my school, which was like 3 stories tall, and it fell all the way down to the bottom. It smashed, and that was not a good time. So yeah, I had to replace that. And the other phone I had, I wouldn't say it broke as such, it just became very slow, and then I was like, I can't really use it no more, and then just got it. But not as exciting, but yeah. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done? What's spontaneous? I mean, I feel like when I have 2 moods, I either plan stuff, like every little step, perfectly, or it's spontaneous. There's no real in between. So spontaneous things I've done, it's actually kind of hard to say. Spontaneous. I can't actually think of anything spontaneous I've done recently anyway. I'm not younger, it was easy because everything used to be spontaneous when you're younger. I mean, spontaneous things I'll do is I'll get a takeaway or something. That's why it's spontaneous and never planned. It's just, can't find enough to eat. Takeaway. But that's kind of standard thing. Ooh, let's try. I'll drop some more questions. Shouldn't be on your phone to drive. Not good for you. What are you currently juggling in your life? Ooh, this could be a bit deep, but I don't mind deep questions. I mean, stuff I'm juggling at the moment, trying to get through day to day, to be honest, because I mean, my condition makes a lot of things difficult, and I'm trying to get through that stuff. I've also got quite bad anxiety, which I've had to run up for a while, but over the last few years, definitely noticed it getting better and worse at the same time. It's kind of weird. Well, I can deal with it better, But it has been getting worse as well. Yeah, currently dealing with that, and also just trying and not have too many regrets, because I know later on, when you get older, if there's a lot of stuff I've not done because of my conditions or anxiety or whatever, and I later on am going to regret them, and then that's not going to be good for anyone really. So I'm mainly trying to not have regrets for things, which I feel like a lot of people probably try, but not many people capitalise on the fact that you should always be doing what you can when you can, because there will be a time you can't, and then when you can't, you're then going to be regretting that you didn't do it, and that's something I want to avoid doing, which is the same as like talking to family, parents, everyone, because you never know when you're not going to be able to do it, and that's why I don't want to really ever have to regret as such, because I want it so therefore when I then can't do them things, I can say I've done enough of that or whatever, and then it's not as bad. Some things still might suck, but yeah. Mainly just trying to like get through each day, not regret anything, and just have good times, I guess. Which I think is all anyone wants, to be honest. That's another question. Well, what would I be really good at if it wasn't for one thing? Ooh, could be lots of things, but what would I be really good at? I mean, I would quite like to say darts, because I do play darts. Well, I used to play it. Oh, nearly crashed now. Okay. I wouldn't say darts, because growing up I used to play darts a lot. I still play darts often, but I've got my condition. I can't stand for as long as I would like. So if I play like for an hour and a half, for instance, just throwing darts, very quite normal. After that though, I'm then knackered for the rest of the day, maybe a couple of days afterwards. So if I miss the turn, I'm hard. Yeah, so I'd say darts, because also I'm quite good at it, despite not being able to play much. Yeah, and I do just genuinely enjoy it. That's something I'd want to be good at as well. Because darts has always been kind of fun. Right, let's get backed up. I want me to get okay, they'll give me a bit. Oh, it's not too bad actually. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, because I haven't played this game for a while, and my version is always something I find takes me a little bit to get used to it. But so you might be. Can we? There we go. Not perfect, but good news. We'll just skip all that. We'll find something else in it, but we'll do one more, because that did not take as long as I expected. Oh, but no. Let's see if there's anything from here we can take. Is anything nearby? That's a bit. Yeah, we'll take it, and if this video gets good reception to things, we can do more, because these sort of stuff is a very cumbersome normally. Always have to do new things. Let's get this hooked up, and then we continue. As fast as possible, definitely not going to do all of this video, but well, that's fine. Question. What are your top 3 characteristics that you feel are most important for a person? That's a tough one, because only 3, like, you kind of need to be well balanced. I'm going to say probably the boring one, being kind. If you're kind, you're wonderful, lovely. Kind or compassionate, I'll say, either one, because both of them things I feel like are kind of needed. Most important, in being funny, I think it's kind of nice. Again, you won't say you need to be funny, because some people who aren't funny can do funny things, and that's funny. I wouldn't say they're funny. They just do things What else? Being loyal is quite good as well. Just in general, like if you've got friends who are loyal and stuff, don't really have to worry, because if they've got your best in, like someone who puts your best interests first rather than stabbing you in the back kind of people, I find they're probably the better ones. What is your best shower thought? Oh, the issue is my shower thoughts. I have loads in the shower, but I often forget half of them. I'm trying to think what shower thoughts have I had. I have to come back to that. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think I just genuinely think about what I'm going to do in the day, because I often have a shower in the morning. So then I think about what I'm going to do that day, and then I guess not even shower thought by itself. Oh, if you were to devote your life to art, what type of art would that be? It's actually quite an interesting question, because recently, since the last 2-3 months, I started drawing, which I've never done, ever really had an interest for it, but I was looking for something I could do to like chill. They didn't require me playing the games and that sort of thing. So I started drawing, and I actually surprised myself a lot by that, because I used to be very bad at drawing. Like if you got me to draw anything, it would be all from granted. This was when I was a child, like a young child, so it makes sense. But like, I never thought I had artistic stuff in me. I don't know what you would call it, an artistic talent, put it that way. But yeah, I started drawing, started picking it up, and I can safely say most of the stuff I've draw, I don't know how you would say past tense. It's not great, but I'm not unhappy with it, which I'll say is probably a good place to be at. But yeah, as for what type of art I draw, it'd probably be like the anime or the manga type of stuff, because that's the stuff I enjoy looking at the most, typically. Because I watch a lot of anime, manga, I've seen a couple here or there, so like, that would be something I would like to pursue if I had to devote my life to it. That's where it would go. Need some questions. Try and do this one kind of corner. Ooh, let's not crash. There we go. Get in this corner, then we'll get the next one. So I don't really trust my ability to turn and read at the same time. Because I will say, I've not really seen how smooth my driving has been, so I do apologise if I'm all over the place and one kept me more looking at my phone trying to read the question or thinking. Two things that use all my brains. Right. Is there any good questions? Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. What is the most selfish thing you do that you're okay with? Selfish thing? I would like to think I'm not too selfish. Like, I typically put a lot of other people's needs before mine, which is not really good. Ooh, you're going to pull out on me, okay? Which is not a good thing, but it's also not a good thing for my condition and stuff. I'd say most selfish thing I do is if my body's having a rough day, I just take myself to bed. Even if people like will need help with things as such, I will just take myself to bed, because I don't know, I'm going to suffer the next few days afterwards. Like, that's probably the most selfish thing I do. But I don't know, I'm okay with it though. Sometimes I'm like, should I push myself through this to help someone else, or do I just sack the day off and go to bed when my body's in like a lot of pain and stuff? So I think most of the time, just having a good time in bed, like sleep, happy, will be more beneficial for other people around me as well, because the next day I'm actually useful rather than me being like helping on that one day when I'm already low, then just being in bed for the next few days afterwards, which is less helpful, I would say. What kind of fuzz on? When are you most productive? Now, when I'm most productive, it's typically, I mean, for instance, I'm recording this video at 2:30 in the morning. It's the idea when I'm most productive, because I find any time between like 12 AM and like 6 AM, I have the most energy. Anytime in the morning, afternoon, not so much. This thing I'm currently doing after a night or in the morning. That should give you some idea when I'm most active. This is a long question. Let me just read it while I drive without crashing. No, that's not long one. What situation is sure to make you cry? Say, I'll be honest, there's been a few times I've cried, which I know as a man, a lot of people don't like admitting that, but I've got an issue with it. Crying is emotion. Emotions are something everyone has. The thing that makes me cry is typically stuff that doesn't make other people cry, generally. So if something sad happens or any of that, I won't shed a tear, nothing. But if it's something slightly sad but also wholesome, that's the sort of things that make me cry. I don't know idea. Because the last time I cried, like it's a recent thing, like in the last 5 years or whatever, is typically we're watching like an anime show or a show of some kind that's had a wholesome, not a sad thing, but something wholesome. That would often. Or I think there was a game I played. I think it was Yakuza Like a Dragon or something. Can't remember which one. And you had to go and rescue this man's pet lobster or something. And I still to this day do not know why this made me cry in particular, but it was a thing. And you go rescue his little lobster, give it back to him, and then he eats it for his dinner because he was a homeless man who wanted his dinner back essentially. But the entire time you're trying to find this lobster, you think it's his pet, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be nice and wholesome. And then he eats it, and that made me tear up. And I wouldn't say cry, but there was tears in my eyes from him. Which, again, no idea why. It wasn't particularly sad, it's just that sort of stuff. Which I don't know why that is, but yeah, just a little. What did you learn from the last book I've crashed. What did you learn from the last book you read? Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. I wish I read more books. Typically, I don't. If anything, I search stuff online and read from online rather than a book. The last book I read was actually how to draw stuff, like an art book. So that's probably the last thing I learned anything from. Because I think my dad had a book and he gave it to me to read about art stuff and I read it. There's not much else to it. It was a book about art. So, I mean, I learned some stuff from it. It was a very useful book. Oh, can I stop crashing, please? What's your... sounds good. Let's find more questions. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I mean, for me, it mainly depends on the people I'm with. Like, if I want people more introverted, I go extroverted. If I want people who are extroverted, I go introverted, typically. Which I don't know what you'd call that. I think I'm more introverted most of the time. But I can be an extrovert when I'm with people who are more introverted than me. Which I don't know what you would call that, but yeah, that. Ooh, what's something that you never seem to get tired of doing? Ooh, that's a really tough question. Something I never get tired of doing. I mean, these videos are ones I get tired of doing. Enjoy it. There's much else I do near enough daily that I don't get tired of. Yeah, say these videos because I enjoy doing them. What's your opinion on naps? I mean, is there anyone who has a bad opinion about naps? I think naps are one of the best things you can do, to be fair. Like, if I have a big afternoon meal or something, go and have a nap. Great day. Nothing better. That's what I done on Christmas, to be fair. I had a nice big old dinner, helped wash up and do things, and went straight to bed. Great time. Can't complain. Let's try and find another one. Some of these questions are getting a little bit. Where's a random generator? Keep repeating, so I'm trying to find new ones. How would you describe your sense of humour? Now, my sense of humour is, it's kind of if it's funny, I find it funny, but I don't really have any limits as such. Within reason. Like, if it's something stupid funny, I'll enjoy it and probably find it amusing. If it's something like a clever word joke or something, I'll enjoy it. If it's something dark and quiet, something you shouldn't joke about, I'll also find it funny, within reason. There's certain topics I'm like, but typically most things I'll enjoy. Yeah, my sense is basically anything there's not really much I don't find amusing. Like even like toilet humour and sort of thing. It's not my top thing, but I can still find bits of it funny. But yeah, there's not much I don't really. I just like to have fun in it. So if someone's trying to make a laugh, have a laugh, I'm there for it, to be honest. Doesn't really matter what it is as such. Okay, I'm just getting repeats questions now. What is your favourite spice? I thought we're scraping the barrel for questions, but my favourite spice. I mean, chili's pretty good. I don't know what other spices are good. Chili's the main one I have. I have a bit of chili. What's the embarrassing story your parents used to tell others about you? I mean, I don't get embarrassed by it, but the thing about parents used to always tell people is I used to hear about like the lampposts when I was younger. So when I was like 4 or 5, whatever, it explains a lot. So I used to go about headbutting lampposts and poles and things. Still no idea why. I also used to, when I was learning how to roll, I don't know why it's happening, because I can't remember, I was a child, or toddler I should say. I used to put my hands on my back, put my head on the floor and run along with my, using my head as like a third wheel. My mum used to have to tell people about that because I used to have like scars on my forehead from where I used to be riding against the carpet. Which I guess is kind of embarrassing, but I was a child. It's how I used to crawl. I don't know if I used to crawl normally, but yeah, it's quite a weird thing. Oh. I'm trying to think. It's not giving me any questions. I think we're really scraping the barrel. What's your opinion on social media? Ooh. I mean, social media, I think it depends on the person whether I think it's good or not. Because I think certain people shouldn't be on it. Like, people underage, like I'll say like 12 or 13, but probably 16 would be the thing. Because social media is great. I've crashed, that's not good. Social media is great as like an outlet or a way to connect people and that sort of thing. It's great for that. However, it does expose you to a lot of stuff maybe at a young age you should be exposed to. Because I know I didn't really grow up on it. I started using it at about 12, 13. You do get exposed to a lot of stuff. I can only imagine it's worse nowadays compared to when I was on it. Especially with things like TikTok, Instagram, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of messed up shit you can find on there, which I don't think kids and stuff should be on. And I know you can like say search it, but most parents I'm gonna assume don't do that very well. So yeah, I'd say social media can be good if you know how to use it and don't let it like overly control yourself. Because I know some people, if they got their entire life is on social media, they're the people I'm like maybe back away a bit. But like if you just use it occasionally, just escape or whatever, it's fine, no issue with it. Ooh, just a question I've never even thought about. Is time currently passing quickly or slowly for you? It's quite interesting because I felt when I was younger, time would feel a lot slower, but pass a lot quicker. So it would feel like years would take ages, but days would be quick. Whereas now I feel like years are quick, but days, days feel quick as well actually. I think time just feels quicker to be fair. which I'll say probably isn't helped by the fact that I sleep quite a lot. Like I sleep like at least 8 to 12 hours a day, which obviously will speed up how quick the days feel, because I'm having less hours in a day. If there are 100 people, how many would be more patient than you? Ooh. So 100 people, how many would be more patient? That's actually a really tough question, because I think I'm pretty patient. Especially since people I know in real life, they aren't the most patient people I've seen. Like, they will typically have less patience than me. Like my dad, for instance, he's been one of the least patient people I know. So like, I'd say I'm pretty patient. I have a lot of time, like, patient sort of things. I'd say about 10 more would be more patient than me. Only because I'll need to know more people to actually have a thing. But the people around me, I'd say typically aren't that patient. What is the quickest way for you to lose respect for someone? Lose respect for someone. I actually don't really know how. I'm trying to figure what's the quickest way. I mean, it depends on the person. It's actually quite a tough one. I guess someone just becomes a bit. If someone starts going down the wrong path and they're already committed to it, but I mean, like, if they start doing drugs, crime, I would probably lose respect for them. Well, yeah, I think that's normal. I'm not too sure. That one's quite a tough one, to be fair. Trying to find some things. This could be quite an interesting question. Do you think you're more like your mum or your dad? And this one is quite a difficult one for me, because I feel like I'm quite equally both being different things. So I feel like I've got my mum's kindness, patience, all that stuff. My dad, I feel like I got the looks from him 100%, because there's pictures of me as a child and him as a child, which are identical. So I feel like I've definitely got his looks. I feel like personality-wise it's all my mum, so I'm kind of very split 50-50, I guess. Ooh, has anyone ever done a random act of kindness to you? No. I'm not sure about a random act, like... Depends how... What does it mean by random? Is it just something out of the blue that they've just thought to do it, or... I don't know. I'd say it's like the most thing I didn't expect the most was people buy me gifts and stuff just out of the blue, like no rhyme or reason, not my birthday, not Christmas, none of that. If someone buys me a gift out of the blue, that was probably like that sort of, like, randomest thing. Because I didn't expect it, because it wasn't birthday, Christmas, they bought you a present or something like that. It's nice. I don't know if it would count as a random act of kindness. I don't know, but that's fine. Oh, if you were handed 500, I'll say pounds, it is in I can't see, but I'll say pounds. At this moment, how would you spend it? So what would I spend £500 on? I mean, I've got like a kind of boring answer, which is games, because I'm always buying games. Like, anytime I spend money, games. What would I spend it on other than that? what do I want to buy? I really thought about it. When Christmas just come, I haven't really thought anything I want to buy really. What would I want to buy? I mean, if it's one thing, I actually really don't know. I mean, probably what I'd do is if I had a spare 500 quid that's just appeared out of nowhere, I'd probably put it in a side and use it for takeaways when I could treat myself. Because then that way I wouldn't have to worry about spending my money on takeaways which aren't really necessary. I could spend this random money that came from anywhere and then use that for takeaways. That's what I do. I do love a takeaway. Well, I'll do one more set of questions because I'm literally able to skip half of them. Let me go around this corner and we'll get the next question. Right. Yeah, a lot of these are repeats. Ooh, what do you consider the best decision you've made this far in your life? Best decision? Oh, I'm probably going to say doing YouTube, to be honest, because it's given me a lot of purpose when my life wouldn't have much without it. And also, not on this channel. I had a channel when I was like, I want to say like 13, 14. And I made that channel because I had really bad like anxiety speaking, typically. And I found when I was speaking online, or just in videos, granted not many people watched them because that channel was very bad. I found that just speaking on videos got me comfortable hearing my, because I used to hate the sound of my voice. But I found after doing it, editing videos and that sort of stuff, I became used to it, and now my voice I've got no issue with, which before used to be a really big like insecurity, just hate speaking to people because of my voice. Whereas now, I've got no issue with it, and also I do YouTube now as like my main thing at the moment because I don't work. I've got nothing else really going on for me as such. So this is why I put most of my that energy into. It's also find a reward is easy. Say easy. It doesn't require me to like be 100% all days. Because if I feel rough a day, I can either have videos scheduled in advance, or I can just not upload. I'm not gonna have to deal with deadlines or any of that stuff. Which I think is very helpful for the condition I'm in physically. Right, let's get back into the right lane. Yes, I know there's going from. Right, I'm trying to find another question. Let's try to let's try. These are really long-winded questions. Oh, if you had to change the language you speak, which one would you choose? Now, I've got two options for this. I've got the practical one, and the one I would want to do. So the practical one would probably be Spanish, because if I can't speak English... Yeah, because if I can't speak English, Spanish I believe is the next most used language. I think. Could be wrong, not so sure. But I think if I was to go not by the practicality of it, I think speaking Japanese would be really nice. Just because of anime, games, and Japanese, all that sort of stuff. Wonderful. And that I wouldn't mind doing. I'll try and find one more question to end on, because a lot of these are not very good. I'm trying to find... Well, these questions are all a bit rubbish. There was a... Okay, I guess we'll end on this one. What is it that motivates you, that motivates yourself the most? Now, motivation, mine is like having stages. Because I find I have a big, like, I don't know what you would call it, but a big, like, a surplus of motivation, everything that comes with it, confidence, all that stuff. And then a few days later, I have like a massive, I don't know what you would call it, but like a lack of motivation. I don't know what you would call that. So I feel like the thing that motivates me the most is probably just like mentioning in an earlier question, not having any regrets of anything. Because I feel like regrets, something I don't want to have too many of. So if that's what motivates me to do things and to get things done, because I wouldn't want to have regrets about not doing them things. Generally, I guess. I think. I don't know. But yeah, motivation is always something I find, rather than relying on motivation, but relying on keeping yourself accountable rather than motivation. Because motivation for me, mainly, is very up and down. It's not stable. No one's motivation that I'm aware of is stable. So you're having like bursts and bits, but not permanently. It comes and goes. Easy way to say that. But we're going to pull over here. And I've hoped you all had a shortly pull over this one. Yeah, I've hoped you've all enjoyed this video. And if you do want to see more videos like this, let me know, because what I'm planning on doing, potentially if this video does well and if you guys enjoy it, is I plan to do these videos every Sunday, to then break up from the Skyrim and the Kingdom Come videos, and maybe some other games I'm going to include as well, but currently there's spare space on my PC to have more games, hence why I'm only doing 2 games at the moment. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I shall see you all in the next one. Peace.